A walk in the country. This is a watercolour painting that I did, and I'm going to try and show you how to do this in this session. I really enjoyed this painting. It's super. There's so much in it, particularly this little composition in the corner here, the cottages with the red roofs against the dark greens. So we'll start off with the sketch. Let's see, here it's here. Not really much to do, so I'll quickly race through this and then we'll get started with the painting. So we've got a line probably about here for the bushes and trees. There's a path comes up here, it goes to the corner and then like so. And then we've got the cottages in the corner. I'll just quickly sketch that in just now. There we are. And as for the trees, it's really just giving you some indication of where they are going to be. And the horizon line will be something like this. This is really just a guide to help you when you start with the painting. So first of all, I'm going to just put some plain water in certain bits. So now the water, I want to see this sort of shiny bit of the water, because that's where I want to paint the darker bits, and I want to leave some white bits for some clouds. So this is quite tricky. I'm just bending down here to see where that water is. So I'm just going to nip across to the palette and mix up a bluish grey colour. So this is ultramarine blue. And I'm going to use some of the light red down in the corner here. Mix it up, and there's a nice dark grey blue colour. Now that's just a little bit too strong. What I mean by that is the value, tonal value, that's about a 6. I want to reduce that, so I'm just going to add some water, and then I'm going to go up and have a go at this. So here we go. Now you can see that I'm picking up the water. I'm looking for the water, and there's some bits where there's no water. When that's good, you get some hard edges, which is quite nice. We don't want it all soft. See that there? There's no water there, so I'm controlling this a bit with a brush, and I can drag it down and get some nice hard edges. There's no water here, which is good as well. So mix up a wash of green and get the grass in. So, nice light summer green colour. Start off with cadmium yellow. And a little bit of Windsor blue. There we go. Nice summer green colour. Right, so let's get started. Just take that along here. Just going to quickly fill this in. And we can put the longer bits of grass and bushes in afterwards. So just get this all filled in. This is stage 2, as I've mentioned before, what I call blocking in or filling in the painting. I'm just trying to get it all filled in before we start the detail at the end. So that's quite nice, quite happy with that. Before I go up to tackle the hills in the distance, I'm going to try and fill the path in with a nice fresh brown colour. Yeah, it's not bad. Now, while that's still wet, I'm just going to mix up a stronger version of a brown, a bit of blue, a darker colour, and I'm just going to drop that in while it's wet, that bit up here. And I'll maybe put 1 or 2 little bits in there. Right, that'll do. So I'm now going to move back up to the distant hills and just check the paper, that's dry now. So I'm going to mix up colours that I use quite like for distance. I'm going to use a bit of cobalt blue, and I'm going to use some yellow ochre, this mustardy colour, and it gives you a, need to get some more blue, it's too yellow. The wrong colour of blue. That's very important. You really need to know your colours. That other blue would not have given me the colour I'm looking for here. That's a nice hazy bluish green colour. Now I just want to take that back, and I'm going to go right along the top area with that colour, and here we go. It's not too bad, that will dry quite nicely. Once I've covered it in, painted it in, so I'm just going to come down to about here, because the trees which are closer are darker, stronger colours, so you don't have to worry about this. Just going to suggest some bits of trees away up on the hill, the skyline up there. Now you can see this is drying quite nicely. It's a super colour, I really enjoy it. It's when it dries, it's very, gives you the depth that you're looking for. Just adding a little bit more yellow as we come to the closer. Right, that'll do. The next area I'm going to tackle is the distant hills area. I'm just going to strengthen some bits with a bluish green colour. I'm going to use some cobalt blue and a little bit of yellow ochre. Probably more blue this time than the yellow. Yeah, that's fine. So I just want to strengthen this bit, some of these bits in the background. So let's just test the colour itself. It's just a little bit too dark. I'm just going to add some water to reduce the colour a bit. That's a bit better. That might look the same to you, but there's more water in that, and that will dry lighter. So I just want to give an idea of some trees slightly closer, and this will give it another depth, another layer of depth, if you like. I'm just going to take that up there. Just going to make one or two stronger bits here, just to, and that'll do. So you can see it's very loose again, just dropping some bits in, leaving some bits. And that will about do, I think. The next area I'm going to tackle is these bushes along the side of the cottages here. Now I want to do just basically the light green colour, just to get some of that in to start with, because I'll be using a stronger dark later, and that will give us a super contrast. So I'm just going to do the pale green first. Take that right along here now. Just want to get that in and put some suggestion of bushes, etc. up here. And as I say, there'll be stronger darks coming in afterwards when that's dry. What I'm going to tackle next is there's some fence poles down here, so I'll just drop these in with a bit of brown. So I'm going to use burnt umber. It's a nice brown colour. I'm going to just mix it up in that pool there. Keep it lightish colour. Okay. So I'll put the first one in about here. Now that the lighter green colour has dried, I'm going to mix up a strong dark green and paint the bushes in with a little bit more detail, and we'll get some nice contrast with the darks and the lights. So I'm going to start off with burnt umber, which is a dark brown colour, and I'm going to mix up some Windsor blue, and you get that super dark green. Right, so I'm going to just start in about here. Alright, so I want to try and get some nice bits of spiky bits coming up here. I'm going to, I want to get a nice contrast there against the edge of the cottage, so I'm going to try and put some spiky bits of bushes up coming out here. And I'll just go up a bit and along, and that'll do. That's fine. So I'm going to just I'm trying to really protect these nice light yellowy green bits that's appeared, because we want to keep them. Take that down to here. Okay, so I'm coming to the end of the darker bits now. I'm just going to drop some water in just to let some of these bits fuse about and mix. I'm going to drop some bits of burnt yellow ochre in just to break it up in bits. Just to give it a real mixture of the greens. Okay, the next part I'm going to do is you just add a little bit of detail to the back of these posts. So I'm going to mix up a dark brown colour. Just going to add some ultramarine to that. That darkens it down a bit. And we'll just add some bits of detail on the side. There we go. Right, that's that done. Just going to add some bits of green on the right hand side here, just slightly darker. Let me drag it across to give it a bit of texture. It's quite nice, that'll do. I'm going to darken the path slightly next before I get into all the detail over on the right hand side with the cottage. So I'm just going to make this, give it a little bit of texture as well, just trying to create a bit of curve in the road, just to suggest a bit of shape. That'll do. Now, this part over on the right here, this little composition of the cottage, that's a super part. That I'm just going to take my time with this. You'll enjoy that when you come to this part. So we have these reddish roofs. We use a colour light red. It's down in the corner here. It's almost like a sort of terracotta colour, and it's super for these types of roofs in the countryside. So I'm going to get them in first. As you can see, I've made it very light, low value colour, because I want to keep it light as the we'll have the light coming from this left hand side, so we want to keep the roofs nice and bright. So I'm going to go in with that one there, and this one in the back will be slightly darker, so I'm just going to bend the shade a bit. Just going to make that one a touch darker, as you can see. Right, there we are. While the roof is drying, I've mixed up a dark green again, and I've got the rigger brush here. Just going to paint in some detail, just to suggest a wee bit more fine marks on the bushes and shrubs and stuff. So just dropping bits in, just to give it quite a nice feel. can see that's starting to look a bit shape now, and we've got a nice contrast here, but we've also got 3 layers of depth there, which is good in the painting. So now we can come back to the cottage again. So I've mixed up a pale grey colour here, and I just want to get the end of the building in. It's in the shade a bit, and same here and in there. Right, that's the shapes of the cottages, which looks quite nice. Just going to let that dry, and I'll come back and paint in some of the windows and doors, etc. While the building's drying, I'm going to put some bits of fence wire on the posts here. Got the rigger out, and you can see I'm just going to carefully put these in. Another one here. I'm purposely not painting them in a straight line. I want to get a bit of character. There we are. Okay, so I'm going to paint in a bit of detail on the cottage. I'll put a door in here. And a small window at the back. Just going to put down the side a touch. A little window across here as well. And I think that should about do. I just want to put some small stones in the path here. I'm just going to show you a technique. It's called splattering. I'm going to put a piece of paper there because I don't want the stones on the grass. So I'm just going to actually be doing something like that. So I've got a loose. So I'm just going to there we are. So you'll see that I've started here over on the left hand side. I've got a green, just slightly darker than this area over here, and I just want to give this a bit of texture. Just suggesting some bits of longer grass. Just trying to hold the brush at the end, get a nice fine point, and it's not too bad. I've got the rigger now, again a slightly darker colour, and I'm just painting a bit more defined tufts of grass. Right, that's okay. So, just about finished. I'm going to put some 1 or 2 birds up on the top right hand side, and that'll be the painting finished. I'm adding a bit of detail to the roof. Now I'm just using some, I'm going to show you here some white. I don't normally use white paint, but there are occasions where you can use it, and I just want to put a, I'll just take this in a bit and let you see, I just want to put a chimney on the roof. In fact, I'm going to put 2 chimneys. Put that a little bit across there. And this is a delicate little exercise here. I'm going to try and have some smoke. So what you do is you put some paint in and then get some water and just soften it about.